Siege mode, requisition rewards by wave and difficulty. Yesterday I made a post asking if anyone knew how exactly requisition worked in siege mode and if there was a list of rewards posted somewhere. In a bit of a surprise, there had been no replies after a day, which suggested to me that nobody knew anything concrete with actual numbers. Alright, so we have a requisition rewards guide here, and yes, I have to say I do appreciate them breaking it down by wave and difficulty. However, you can imagine this is going to be a lot of information. So this is going to be the guide you want to use when you are planning out your runs, and not to mention it's also going to break down, the optional objectives and how many rewards you can get, like by wave 10 if you do every objective. This is going to be a great guide. It's going to be, very intensive though. There's going to be a lot of information here, so yeah, make sure you have a cold drink with you, and we are going to take a look at the best way to plan out your siege runs by requisition rewards. So I decided to look into it and to post what I found in the hopes that it helps people conquer siege mode. A few notes about how siege mode requisition rewards work. There are a total of 3 arena maps which you cycle through. You have to deal with 5 waves per arena before moving to the next one. Yes, we know this. And the next one's with a boss terminus group always occurring on the 5th wave of each arena. You get a requisition reward each cleared wave. The reward is affected by difficulty, with hard mode getting lower rewards. Yes, I have seen some people kind of confused by that. Some people thought that hard mode gives you more rewards, I guess by wave, but no, it gives you lower. It gives you lower rewards. The bonus missions give separate requisition rewards, and those bonus missions, such as find the data slate or charge the las cannons, always occur on the 2nd and 4th wave of each arena. Huge. Okay, that's actually really good to know. Very, very good to know. Boss terminus groups are treated like a bonus mission and gives you the appropriate requisition reward. All the terminus enemies in a wave count single bonus objectives, so you need to kill all the terminus enemies to get the bonus reward. The bonus reward does not increase when there are multiple terminus enemies in the wave. It is a single bonus mission reward for killing the whole group of terminus enemies. A wave clear with a terminus group gives you a wave clear reward and a bonus reward for killing all the terminus enemies. Requisition rewards are split evenly between the number of human players in the group at the time the reward is granted. So a solo player with 2 bots should earn 3 times what an individual player in a full party earns for a wave clear or completed bonus. That's pretty significant. How are solo runs? I should do a siege solo run soon. But the full party will collectively earn the same as the solo player overall. Also, if a player leaves, I'm 99% sure their unspent requisition is split between the remaining players. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, thank you, user, for reminding me. Hard and normal start with 600 requisitions split between the players. The tables between have been edited to include this in the running totals. All right, hard and normal mode starts with 600 requisition. Yeah, we knew that, but okay, here is what the rewards appear to be per level and by difficulty. Please keep in mind the wave clear and bonus mission rewards are split evenly between the number of active human players. For example, a wave 1 clear on normal by a group of 3 will net each player 80 requisition points, 240 requisition divided between 3 players. All right, so 240 total, but divided by 3 players, 80 per player. Makes sense. But yeah, this is the guide. This is actually the breakdown of wave and rewards. Wave number, clear reward, bonus mission, running total points. Okay, starting with 600, running total points 600. Wave 1, 240, 840, and then yes, 240 on wave 2, 300 with bonus mission. So wow, okay, so you're telling me at the end of wave 2, if you do the bonus mission, total, your team is 120 points away from a dreadnought. If you don't spend any points, you do the extra mission, you're only 120 points away from a dreadnought. That is correct. You can get a dreadnought if none of your teammates spent any points. You can get a dreadnought by wave 4 if you really wanted to. That is pretty wild. That is okay, interesting. That means every 5 waves you should be able to get a dreadnought in a sense. But yeah, as you see, wave 3, 210, 150, oh sorry, 1,590. Yeah, wave 4, 210, 300 with the bonus milestone, 2,100. At the end of wave 4, you have 2,100 points divided amongst your teammates. Well, yeah, that's the total rewards. So you need to divide that amongst your teammates. But yes, as we see, obviously, you basically get through. If you do the bonus mission, instead of getting 210 points, you get 300 by the end. So that's pretty huge. But yeah, as obviously, this is interesting. You're actually getting less points the more you go down, siege mode. So, oh wow. So if you consider that, that means a bulk of your points for the Dreadnought actually come within the first 5 waves. Because yeah, as waves go on, you're getting less points. So I mean, it's going to be harder to use those points for the Dreadnought. That's interesting. Definitely something. Now, as far as like planning out a run, I feel like just making sure you save the points within those first 5 waves is very important. Making sure you're not spending extra points or spending any points you don't need to. Or like as soon as you spend points for a stim within the first 5 waves, you are putting your Dreadnought back by a round, basically. But yeah, okay, let's continue. But yeah, okay, so waves 11 through 15. You are only getting 150 for a clear reward, and if you do the bonus mission, you are ending those rounds with like 180. That's pretty low, but honestly, by wave 15, you have 5,400 running total points. Okay, that is insane. That's a lot of points. Oh wow, they go all the way down to wave 30 for normal mode. So, okay, at the end of wave 25, you should have 6,810 total points, but your clear rewards are pretty terrible at this point. Yeah, at the end of wave, like for example, if you clear wave 25, you're getting 30 points. That is pretty insane. That's pretty insane. Oh man, I don't know if I like that. And then obviously, Terminus enemy. But yeah, same thing here. Waves 26 through 30, you're only getting 30 points. They really don't want you to climb past 30, huh? Can you even do that? Hey, whatever. Regardless, I do think some of these point systems, when it comes to normal mode, this does seem a bit harsh. However, I mean, I have completed Wave 25 before. Wave 25 is a beast on its own, to be completely honest. So, as soon as you have a good kit, let's say you can complete Waves 1 through 5 without using any points, then the next challenge is essentially completing Waves 21 through 25 without spending any points. But yeah, see, as you can see here, by the end of Wave 25, you have almost 7,000 points. By the end of Wave 30, you're still around 7,000 points. You really don't get a lot of points in Waves 21 through 30, like practically at all. Okay, so now we're on hard mode. Starting requisition, 600, of course. Yes, you're getting 180 for completions at the beginning of hard mode, which is interesting. So, yeah, kind of like the same thing. Actually, it's going to be an extra round to be able to get the Dreadnought as early as possible. As early as possible for hard mode. The Dreadnought you can get is at wave 5, I would guess. That's pretty much what it says here. 16. You would at the end of wave 4 as a team, you have 1,600. You have 1,600 points. So wave 5, you can get a Dreadnought, which is nice. But again, if you do a Dreadnought this early, you are unlikely to be able to get consistent amount of points to be able to get Dreadnought again. It really depends, because for hard mode, at the end of wave 5, you're at 2,000. At the end of wave 15 for hard mode, you're at 4,000. So the 2,000 points you get from waves 1 through 5, you are getting in hard mode with waves 6 through 15. So keep that in mind. Yeah, when it comes to hard mode, these point rewards are pretty harsh. But it seems like in hard mode, when you, like, for example, in normal mode, you'll get 30 requisition points at the end of wave 25, I think. But for hard mode, it's at the end of, it seems, at the end of wave 21 here, you will be getting 30 requisition points. That is wild. That is, at the end of wave 21, you're getting 30 requisition points. And then an extra 60 or 60 total if you do the objective. So, yeah, I mean, sheesh. These hard mode rewards are pretty harsh. But yeah, at the end of wave 15, you're getting 90 points. You're getting 150 with the Terminus, obviously with defeating the Terminus. So at the end of wave 15 in hard mode, you have 4,000 points. And then at the end of wave 30 for hard mode, you're at 5,460. So at the end of wave 15, if you and your team don't have any points, and let's say for whatever reason, you complete waves 16 through waves 30 on hard mode flawlessly, you still don't have enough for a Dreadnought. You still don't have enough for a Dreadnought. That's wild. Oh, that's wild. That is, yeah, this is pretty much what's going to knock the Dreadnought out of the meta, is the fact that you're just not going to be able to use them. You just can't use them in hard mode. But yeah, I guess in hard mode, you would want to save the Dreadnought for like wave 25, maybe. And then in which case, if you do that, you can get like 2 Dreadnoughts and then have 2,000 points left over, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much how it, how it looks for hard mode. But yeah, holy cow, that is an eye-opener. Again, that's how harsh the rewards are. At the end of wave 20, you're getting 60 and then 90 for the Terminus. So you're getting 90 in total at the end of wave 20. At the end of wave 20, as a team, you have 48,000 points. At the end of wave 30, 10 waves away from that, as a team, you're at 5,460. So you're getting only 660 points at the end of wave, basically in total from wave 20 to wave 30, you're only getting, if you complete the objectives, 660 points. That is a 10 wave difference, and you're only getting 600 points. That's pretty wild. But hey, that's good to know. This is why it's so important to make sure that you don't use too many resources too early, because they do not give you resources at the end here. There are also common and class challenges that rewards requisition, yes, but these depend on playstyle and loadouts a bit, so I've excluded them from the table, but here they are for those interested. Each player gets 5 common challenges, same for all players, and 3 class challenges specific to the class chosen. Each challenge has 3 tiers with requisition rewards in the brackets bronze, silver, and gold. Bronze 20, silver 25, gold 35. Completing a single gold tier challenge will have earned a player a total of 80 requisition. It's pretty good. Completing all 8 gold tier challenges, 5 common, 3 class, can give 640 requisition in total for each player. So if you do all of your gold tier challenges, you can get 3 heavy bots for the waves you want without considering any of the reward points you get through completing waves and objectives. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's honestly where the heavy bot budget should come from. These challenges are not as consistent as other rewards. For example, the Bulwark is not able to complete one of their class challenges involving a shield if they complete the Thunderhammer. Oh, if they equip the Thunderhammer. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, the Bulwark, obviously can't complete shield challenges if they don't have a shield. On top of that, some of the challenges require players to be a less than ideal teammate. For example, completing the Revive Teammate challenge means needing others on your teammate to be losing all their health far too frequently. I mean, I guess, but like, it'll happen. It'll happen eventually. So these challenges are worth knowing about, but are a little awkward to count on. Yeah, I mean, honestly, so far, so good. This is a really, really good guide. But yeah, that's true. That's true. 640 requisition basically puts you in a position to make sure you have a heavy bot for the waves that might seem a little difficult. Now, at the end of wave 5, I think you should be fine without a bot or a Dreadnought. At the end of wave 10, getting a heavy bot, sometimes pretty useful. And then wave 25, heavy bot. And then, oh, sorry, I actually skipped. Wave 15, heavy bot, and then wave 20, heavy bot. You can do that all with rewards just from your class challenges, which is pretty interesting. So let's say you don't get a bot for wave 10. That means waves 15, waves 20, and wave 25. You can afford a heavy bot just through your class challenges. So perhaps maybe hold off on getting heavy bots on waves 5 and wave 10. You might not need a heavy bot then. But, I mean, wave 10 can get pretty crazy. So, if you need a heavy bot, just pick up the heavy bot. So, who does this all help? Well, hopefully anyone and everyone. All right. Who asked that? I run Space Marine 2 with a regular group of people, and I like being able to plan out stuff a bit. Knowing our possible requisition budget means we can plan out better what we are going to buy and when, as well as getting a better idea of the value of things. Much of the discussion about the requisition buys at the moment is about when to call in Valtis. Is he worth the cost, and are other alternatives to him more cost effective? It seems that discussion is better informed when players know the requisition budget they have to work with. Okay, well, we're doing it backwards here. So we talked about Valtis, how worth it is, like last video, pretty much. But yeah, regardless, this is definitely going to help people out. And yeah, this is a great guide. I would also say I was surprised and disappointed that a number of creators were marking their videos as Siege Hard Mode in the title, but the requisition rewards per wave showed very clearly they were playing on normal. Who does that? There's no shot anyone does. I've not seen anyone do that. That's so ridiculous. And not to mention, you could just, well, no, oh right, in siege mode, there's no like guide to what type of enemies are available there. Yeah, there's no like UI for what enemies are still alive. But no, or there is, but it only pops up when like there's only like a few enemies left. It does hard siege mode not have that? I only played hard siege mode like a handful of times. But yeah, even on normal siege mode, I've noticed you don't really get like the enemy compass up top. So I don't know. I think it pops up at the end of rounds basically, but I'm not too sure if it pops up in hard siege mode. But yeah, honestly, I don't really think this is very relevant, to be honest. I don't really care if creators say they play hard mode and don't play hard mode. It's just whatever. You're gonna notice by how easy it is to take out enemies. But yeah, the good creators, large or small, never seem to pass up an opportunity to confirm normal difficulty if that's what they're running. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been playing normal just because it's been easier to matchmake with. Like, I genuinely, I'm getting so sick of like waiting 30 minutes to just find a team. And I know some of you guys are just like itching to like help me out there. And I agree. I probably want to, I definitely want to play with, teammates who are within the community. Because I have a feeling some of you guys are pretty good, so... Nah, honestly, just from the mere fact that we all know like how to clear mortal wounds and stuff can go a far way. I mean, I haven't run into anybody who's like playing that poorly, and honestly, with randoms, they've been taking things out. It's just sometimes people aren't prepared for hard siege mode like they should be. Sometimes they're level 10. But okay, yeah, I honestly, hard or normal siege mode, whatever. I just play the game and tell people you're playing it. I don't know. I don't know what they're getting at with this. How did I gather the information? Well, what if you think I have got something wrong? Well, I'm painfully human and I make mistakes. If you think something isn't right, let me know, but it would be most helpful to post or link to a gameplay video showing me what's wrong. Oh yeah, I guess let me know in the comments if you guys noticed anything wrong with this, but everything's very consistent. I haven't seen anything kind of look weird. It just straight up looks like the diminished rewards you get in normal siege mode pretty much just happen 5 waves faster in hard siege mode. That's pretty much all it is. I collected all the numbers from various streamers and YouTube videos so I could pause and check as rewards came in. This also let me easily double check things like party size at the time of reward. Some of the videos were PTS videos, so quite reasonably I could be wrong about stuff as it was changed before release. Interesting. Feel free to use this as it helps. Share it with whoever might be able to put it to use. I feel it's a bit stupid that I went this long without knowing exactly how siege requisition points worked. Because of this, I asked that the next time you are in matchmaking with randos who might be new, try to be patient with them. Oh yeah, fair. This is a fair, point here to make. We were all new once, and there was a time we didn't know everything. We all had to learn somehow from someone. The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects. I agree. For the Emperor, this was a great guide. And yeah, I agree. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be learning a new system here for siege mode. But still, like at a certain point, I mean, obviously this is nothing to get toxic over. But at a certain point, you have to realize, man, I'm jumping into hard siege mode without a team perk. This can't possibly be a good idea. But unfortunately, we do have a section of people who aren't very self-aware, and that'll happen. So sometimes you just got to be patient with it as far as this game goes. And yeah, we will see. We will see. But yeah, this was a great guide. This was a great guide. I really hope we start to see more players in hard siege mode level 25, man. It's so crazy. I want to play hard siege mode. But yeah, for right now, normal siege mode is just much more easier to matchmake with. And I can practically bring anything there. And we can at least complete wave 15, which is nice. And honestly, those later waves are still pretty difficult. And yeah, we will see. We will see how the devs also patch up the game. Because another thing about hard siege mode right now is I don't want to commit like 2 hours to get like to like wave 15 to get to like wave 25 or whatever, and disconnect. Or enemies are being listed as alive when they're dead. So those sort of things are pretty annoying. But overall, siege mode actually been running pretty okay. It's just those bugs now. It's kind of weird. It's like we replaced disconnections with the possibility of some waves just bricking because the game thinks enemies that are dead are still alive. So we'll see. We'll see. Regardless, this is a great guide. I'll go into the comments about it. I don't think you're correct about the terminus spawns. I've had 1 spawn on 18, and I watched FTG have only 2, both on hard. Wait, only 2? Only 2 terminus? Okay, so yeah, on hard mode, it is, you can potentially get 1 extra terminus when it comes to fighting those terminus waves, I guess. It could be a chance to have up to 3. Oh, geez. rather than a 100% chance, unless the hotfix also changed the spawn rate. I should have added, that was a fantastic job compiling the rest of it. Yes, the guide itself is amazing. But yeah, interesting. This is definitely something I need your guys' helps with. Yeah, wave 18. There's a chance, apparently, to have more than 2 terminus on hard mode, which would give you more points. So potentially there is probably a difference between like 30 to 60 points. I mean, what is this, wave 18? So what's the next terminus wave? Like wave 22, wave 25, maybe? I guess it all depends, or maybe even wave 20, probably a terminus wave on wave 20. I guess this all depends on difficulty when it comes to hard and, normal siege mode. So potentially on hard mode, the points you are going to be able to make up with are through terminus executions, probably. Yeah, if there's more terminus enemies, you get more points. If hard mode has a higher chance to give you more terminus, that is where you can make up the lack of points from, jumping into hard difficulty. But yeah, I mean, obviously normal mode is going to give you more points. I was kind of surprised to see some of those later waves only give you 30 points. I did not notice that when I was, climbing up the wave 25. Dude, I just want to play siege mode, guys. I want to play siege mode so bad, but like, yeah, I'm going to jump into the game quite a bit today to see what's going on with the connection issues. I wish I did it yesterday. But I played so much siege mode. Sometimes I can just like binge this game, and then there's days where, I'll do like 1 or 2 rounds, but then, yeah, it really depends. But right now, I've been itching to play siege mode more than anything, like anything. It's just, all I want to do is play siege mode. And I am a little bit concerned with this connection. So it's really hard to like commit like 2 hours to a run that'll just, unfortunately, maybe just brick because of a bug, but hopefully those bugs start to get fixed. I think I've seen the devs do another maintenance, so that's good. So I'm pretty excited to try out siege mode today. But yeah, this was a great guide. This was definitely something I needed to cover. But yeah, the format is kind of something I'm not used to. The actual post itself is so large. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to fit all the information on the video, but we will see. Regardless, I did a pretty good job at detailing out the exact milestones you are looking for when it comes to siege mode. Again, I want to reiterate, most of the points you are getting are within the first waves 1 through 5, waves 6 through 10. Those are the bulk of your points, so make sure you are saving them and not spending them too early if you can help it. Because again, we all are jumping into siege mode to push our limits. So if your limit right now is wave 10, then continue doing what you're doing. But eventually you're going to realize, wow, I might not need a stim right now. Normally I would buy a stim, but hey, I got better. Dude, trust me, when it comes to siege mode, you get really good really fast. Just sometimes you have to make mistakes to understand that they are mistakes. But yeah, regardless, this is going to be a good guide for people who are looking to min-max their rewards. This was a great guide. And yeah, let me know in the comments if there's anything you wanted to correct. And thanks for watching.